Today I'm going to be breaking down the top 3 best team comps I have ever played with in For Honor. These team compositions are out of this world, and you're going to see some of the most hyper success ever. Let's get into it. Team composition number 1. Now I'm saving the best for last. Team composition number 1 is great. You're going to come in with Warmonger. The feats that your Warmonger is going to want to run is this feat setup. Now, for perks, I always say that those are your personal opinion on how you like to run. I would suggest Devour, Endurance, and Headhunter. Warmonger is going to come in with this present of the ability to have self-sustain, crowd control, and seclusion. So as far as self-sustain is concerned, because she has this corruption, she's going to be getting health and, of course, damage boost. That's awesome, right? Next up, we have, she's going to have that crowd control with all of her AoE. Immediately, everyone wants to run away whenever you pop Corruption Blade or Corruption Blast. This is going to allow your team to seclude and target out specific people. But because she has her dodge forward undodgeable, she's capable of catching people as they run away, as well as target swapping and jumping across the map to hit. This is going to be our first piece. The second piece of the puzzle is going to rock in with Jang Jun. JJ is going to come in here with target swappable attacks, as well as tons of range, infinite fucking stamina, and a very good support kit, as well as the finale being Pirate, a off-meta pick, but is going to come in crazy. Her armor-piercing slugs and pocket bomb is going to allow her to have this incredible synergy for those smaller fights, where you just need to give your allies a small advantage, or yourself, to compensate for some of the lesser points of your kit. Trick Shot and Gunpowder Surprise are going to be these huge team fight swings. Trick Shot can be a great opener, a great mid-game tool to just eliminate all the soft opponents. And then at the very end, if you want, like at the end of a team fight, just to clear up everything. Gunpowder Surprise is going to come in and allow all your teammates to get these huge max punishes. And she's going to come in with a ton. Now, I'm always going to give 2 flex options. The default flex option is always going to be Jormungandr. Jormungandr is capable of target swapping, has hyper armor in his chains as well as his neutral heavies, and his feats are incredible. Here are the feats that you're going to want to run. Hammer's Favor here is going to allow him to have incredible sustain. Auto Revive is going to also allow him to continue the team fight for days. Twilight of the Gods is also good, but his stalling is crazy. Zealot's Bolt can allow your teammate to insta-win a fight. You throw it, it has wall splat potential, which means you can throw it at your teammate, whoever they're fighting, throw it straight at him, your teammate gets a free heavy, you just call Bolt, and then it drains all their stamina and your teammate can get a huge max punish. So this is always going to be who I would recommend 100%, but there will always be another character that is going to compensate a little bit. So flex means that you can do whatever you are seeing as lacking, or if you have that one teammate that just refuses to play the team comp. So we have control, we have range, and then we have like feat control, right? So we're lacking. We have range / support because his feats are going to be supportive. So you could go like someone like Blackprior or Griffin for more of a like Griffin would be more range as well as support. So like that could be a great option. Whereas Blackprior is less range but more defense and support for your team, as well as great for against revenge. And you could also throw in someone like Hitokiri because it's Hitokiri, and that could go very good. So those are like a couple of different options that you can throw in with this first team composition. Team Comp 2 is all about survivability and sustain. The first character is going to be Lawbringer with these feats. Lawbringer basically just doesn't die. He has the highest health pool in the game, and of course, if you're running the proper feats, he just has all the damage reduction in the world. With all of these different bombs that he has access to, this can allow winning team fights effortless, render 1v1s effortless, and if he just wants to help you out, he can just toss one over and win your fight for you. Lawbringer is incredible with high mix-up intensive unblockable combinations that can really help your team. Once his rework comes in, he's going to be even better, which means that this will be more solidified. In tandem, we are going to have Tiandi being able to just come out here and never die. Here's the feats that you're going to want to run for Tiandi. Doombanner really early on is crazy and is just going to allow your early fights to be incredible. Vital Leech and Indomitable is going to come in and just make it where he's just going to live forever, and it's really, really fun. His overall extended dodge kit as well as his kicks, etc., puts Tiandi at the top of the board. And as we can see, this is mainly about sustain and survivability. That's where Kyoshin's going to come in. With this feat list, and I would say to use Fear Itself, or to use Fear Itself, not this bullshit, use Fear Itself, but with this feats list, he's going to have this incredible self-sustain as well and be able to just get back up to full health in the middle of a fight. It's pretty impressive, it's pretty beautiful, and it's a ton of fun. So, Kyoshin's going to come in here with more self-sustain, self-survivability, and stall capabilities. Now, you can throw anyone you want as your flex. Again, my highest recommendation is Jormungandr. But if you want to continue with the defense style, throwing in Black Prior or Warlord is great. The whole kit, the whole idea around this is stall, stall, stall. Make it where killing your team is super, super hard, right? They are going to have to really work for it, and this is going to be the best team comp against people that don't have good synergy. If they don't realize what's going on and they don't have good synergy, and they don't know, okay, we kind of all need to focus on the fucking Lawbringer right now, or we need to let him run his ones, we need to kill him, it's going to be really hard for them. So all of them have this incredible self-sustain. I would say go with someone like Warlord, Black Prior, or Conqueror. Now, I would say Black Prior is the best option, and here's the feats that you're going to want to run. Being able to give extra shield to your teammates can allow them to be a little bit more fraggy, make more mistakes, and of course survive even longer. Doombanner, double Doombanner early game means you're going to have really good odds in your team fights. Throw in Oathbreaker, which means if they give revenge by your team making a few mistakes, you're capable of basically picking up all the mistakes that your team is making with Black Prior. And finally, just to be an ass, you get to make your entire team get shield for a little bit. Now, Morale Booster is another good option, but this just means all they've been doing is trying to kill your team all game. You're currently running 2 full block characters and 2 characters that have a ton of options for living forever. And then you're going to throw in health as soon as they're just about to kill your team. Overall, double Doombanner, shield, attacking the revenge, coming in with all the bombs, and of course that just Kyoshin that's just somehow never dying, makes for one of the most amazing team compositions you can come up with. And this is going to be just shy of the best team comp. Now, starting we have Jormungandr. This is not a flex character. This is a character that you're going to want. Jormungandr is going to have this target swap ability of being able to just unblockable this, unblockable that, wall splat this, heavy this, throw to the ground, smash my whole team, fucking destroys you this. And of course, we've already gone over him. So Jormungandr is going to come in fucking perfect. Now this build is called the Death Ball team composition. Where the last one was best against teams that have no synergy, this one is about, it doesn't matter if you have synergy, we're going to pick you apart. We're going to make it where you're going to have to play like a genius to break this down. This is, the other one was the best defense is the best offense. This one's the best offense is the best offense. We are going to throw in Jing Jun. Again, he has that supportive role, crazy range, but the other key to note is target swap unblockables. Target swap unblockables on 2 of the characters. Then we're going to throw in Jianyu here. 360-degree roll catching zone, okay? Starting off really, really, really strong for Jianyu. Target swapping unblockables as well allows us to just continue loving this character. And of course, all 3 of these characters so far have incredible dueling capabilities and awesome max punishes. What's going to tie this team comp together is Jianyu's feats specifically. Now, we're not running a fire team, right? You don't need to as Jianyu. Now, some team composition, like, we're not a niche, we're not trying to go, okay, he's only going to be good if everything's on fire. No. This is incredible. Scorching Deluge is basically you just press the win button and you win the team fight. Fiery Breath allows all of your attacks to deal this awesome damage. And, dude, it's just incredible. Now, this is the only character which I'd be like, yeah, totally go ahead and mix stuff up. If you want Last Laugh, go for it. If you want Longbow, go for it. If you want, like, Thick Skin, go for it. Bounty Hunter, maybe. That's not how I roll because I really like how these feats go together. But I can see why you'd want to change them. Finally, for the flex roll. So what we have right now is we have Hyper Armor with JJ and Jormungandr. All orange. What could we add? Well, the first thought is we could add Tiandi as this, like, super weird off pick. We get this awesome Doom banner, Vital Leech again, and then Indomitable means, like, he's not going to be as frag or damage intensive, but his kick will combo great with Jormungandr, and Jormungandr, that means Jormungandr is going to get more play, going to get more health, going to become more effective. That could be a great synergy right there. But we could also throw in Medjay. Medjay is one that we want to take a deep look at. He's going to be like a second JJ. Tons of range, tons of hyper armor here. He's going to have, instead of unblockables, he's going to have hyper armor all day. And his catch is incredible. If you can catch, of course, that just means your teammates get free damage, which can be great synergy. But the biggest reason to pick him is all of his, obviously, range, but his options. Because of his feats list, you just have options. This is probably the best flex hero. Now, I just think Jormungandr is better, but Medjay has so many options for what you want. Do you need to heal yourself? Do you need to heal your teammates? Do you need attack or defense? Do you need damage reduction or do you need to attack more? Do you need a bomb or do you need to throw your axes across? Like, how do you need to approach the situation? And this is going to be the hardest role to play. That's another reason why I chose Yorm for the flex, because Medjay is going to be the hardest role to play for your team. Medjay is what we've been running in our team comp, okay? Medjay has worked out really good for us in this Death Ball super aggro team comp. But there still is more options. Another option is Conqueror. And of course, all of these team compositions have been extensively play tested. Conqueror is pretty solid, right? He's lacking feats. That's our big issue here. Is like he's just lacking feats to hold this super big presence. But he has the unblockables all damn day. Again, BP comes back in. One of the best options that we just dabbled with was Kensei. Kensei can come in here and add this whole new element because he has a very different fighting style from our core, which is Yorm, JJ, and Jianyu. And of course, with his unblockable feat, all your teammates are going to see is orange. So we had some pretty good success. We also had some great success with Shigoki. But I would definitely say the best options are Tiandi or Medjay. Athera is also an option that is hyper successful because she doesn't have the target swap. Okay, but what she does have is more wall splats. Your wall splats, she wall splats. It all comes together really great. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, there you guys go. That does it for the best team compositions in For Honor. Now, I'm going to go back and say, if you would like to make any of the other flex roles that I opened and I said Jormungandr, if you would like to make those flex roles Medjay, feel free. I think Jormungandr is better because of how his attacks work, how he has the unblockables. But whenever we're thinking true flex, what we want options. And it's super difficult because as the Medjay flex, whoever you assign, whoever takes up that responsibility, not only do you have the biggest responsibility of the team, but you have to make all the right choices with your feats. And you have to make them fast and at the right time. And if you don't, it's going to be very rough and you're not going to be getting any value out of your Medjay compared to how it's much easier to make decisions with Jormungandr because of how Yorm's feats work. But the other reason is because he's a sort of he's kind of like either a heavy or a vanguard and an assassin. You break the axe apart, and now you have your assassin role. Because as you notice, we didn't put any assassins because assassins just don't hold a pretty good competitive presence. I was thinking about putting Berserker up because we have him in a lot of the team comps that I run in pubs, just playing around with friends. But so if you would like to, if you have a great Medjay main, just know he's totally capable of coming in here and destroying. Now, final thoughts. Overall, all three of these team comps are great. One of them is a death ball formation. One of them is a total, like, you just can't kill us defense formation. And the first one that we went over was just kind of a jack of all trades. Hey, here you kind of get the best of everything. You get the range / mild support. You're going to get this, awesome feat lit kit that's great for duels, 2v2s, 2v3s, team fights. You get and I would definitely say like all of them are hyper successful. Hyper successful. The Lawbringer run and Tiandi, that's just fantastic. So hopefully you can find one that you are okay with playing, and now you have your different composition lists that you can try out each one. You can get in a call with your friends and 4-stack. To finalize everything, I did want to go over a couple of characters that you can just play for if you just want to hop into some pub matches and have success. Jormungandr is number one. Jormungandr is great, but doesn't require any team synergy to be successful, but with proper team synergy is incredibly hyper successful and will dominate. Of course, getting his knockdown effective for your whole team, Zealot's Bolt. Usually you'll want to use it for yourself instead of your teammates, and then auto revive obviously means it fucking doesn't matter if your team sucks. You get to come back and fight another day, right? So Jormungandr is just so good. Tiandi is another great solo queue because you won't die. Another great solo queue is Warmonger and Lawbringer. Now, I know that y'all are kind of tired of hearing the same. So Valkyrie, she's another great solo queue. Shugo is a great solo queue. Carry heroes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Have a great day.